Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central. And if you're looking for tips and strategies to help with your learning, you are in the right place. The title of the video is Move the Subject, and I'm talking about when you're writing sentences. And if you remember, the subject of the sentence is the who or the what is the sentence about, and the predicate is what the subject is doing, or if it's a passive sentence, what's happening to the subject. So for the moment, I'm looking at the subject, the who or the what is acting in the sentence or being acted upon if it's a passive sentence. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples so that you can see how you can move the subject in your own writing. Often in English writing, the subject is at the beginning of the sentence. But you can move it to within the sentence, somewhere in the middle of the sentence, or you can sometimes move it to the end. Now, I must caution you, you can't always do this, not with every sentence. Not every sentence has a subject that's movable from beginning to middle to end, but some are, or some you can have at the beginning and the end, but it doesn't really work in the middle. If you really wanted that, you would have to really create a new sentence. We're talking about just basically looking at some of your sentences and deciding, I could move the subject to the end and make that a little bit more interesting or make the writing flow better. And that's the only reason you would want to do it. You want variety in your writing. We've talked about this before. So that's one reason. But when you do this, you always want to make sure that your writing reads well, reads easily, and is understandable. That's the most important. The reader has to be able to understand your message. But also, we like it to sound nice. Now, sometimes, a lot of times, people are reading quietly, silently, but nevertheless, it's still going into their consciousness, and we want to make sure that it sounds nice. And if people are reading it out loud, that's even more important. So let's look at a couple of examples. So we might have a sentence like Martha wandered through the forest. Martha is the subject. Martha is at the beginning of the sentence. That's the who the sentence is about, Martha. We can move that subject to the middle of the sentence. Through the forest, Martha wandered. So now we have the subject within the sentence or in the middle of the sentence. I hesitate to say in the middle because sometimes it's not exactly in the middle, but it just means it's not right at the beginning and it's not right at the end. We can also, in this case, move Martha, the subject, to the end of the sentence by saying, through the forest wandered Martha. Now, individually, you might like one of these sentences better than another, and so that's the sentence you should use. But within the context of many sentences, there might be another version that flows better with your story or with your academic paper. So you'll have to make those decisions, which sentence sounds the best. Another note of caution, I don't want you to spend a lot of time, energy, or stress going through your writing and trying to keep moving subjects around. You don't need to do that. It's not essential. If you're comfortable with the subject at the beginning of most or all of your sentences, that's fine for now. The more you write, the more you use the English language, you will probably start experimenting with moving the subject around. And often if you're writing, you will have phrases or introductory clauses that are going to automatically push the subject somewhere within the sentence anyway. So you don't really need to deliberately go through and stress about it. This is only if you want to practice using a broader variety of sentences. Remember, we talked about using simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, and compound complex sentences. Those are ways of getting some variety in your writing. Well, this is just one more method that you can use, but it isn't critical. So I don't want you to stress about going through all of your sentences and trying to make every one or every third one moving the subject around. Let's look at another example. I'm just looking down. I wrote this down. A massive truck careened off the cliff. So again, at the beginning, we have the subject, a massive truck. So this is the what is the sentence about. But we could also write or say, off the cliff careened a massive truck. Now we've moved the subject to the end of the sentence. And we can also put it within the sentence by saying, off the cliff, a massive truck careened. That's not my favorite. I probably wouldn't use that sentence. But again, it depends on the context of the whole paragraph. Maybe it really would fit in well. I might change my mind if I look at it again. So it's something that you can play around with, have some fun with, and it's a way, one way of adding some variety to your writing. So I wanted to mention that. Plus, you might run across an English exercise or assignment in which you need to do this for an English course. So I wanted to give you a few examples. There are more on the blog. So check out the blog. I'll put a link for that below. Also, if you've forgotten about simple, compound, complex sentences, or some of the other things that I've mentioned, subject and predicate, that I've mentioned in this video, you can check out my Udemy courses. I will put a link below to the Udemy courses, and you can send me a message. I'll send you a coupon. You can get a great deal on one of those courses. Of course, you can always get in touch with me. You can email me. You can put a comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. And you can take personalized courses as well. I do offer personalized lessons and courses for students. So just inquire and we'll chat and discuss what I can do for you. In the meantime, keep writing, keep having fun. Don't stress about moving the subject, but try it out. See if you can change some of your sentences up a little bit, and I think you'll enjoy doing that. It's Ron from L.T.L Tutoring Central. Until next time, have fun and keep learning. Bye-bye for now. A quick look at the subscribe button, the notification bell, of course the thumbs up for like if you like the video, and there's the website www.tutoringcentral.com, and email me at tutoringcentral@inbox.com.